Likewise, the nums of 0 carries 10.1, nums of 1 carries 11.2, nums of 2 carries 12.3, and etc. Then using the for loop, what we can do is, for I equal to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus, I am adding the values of this one. So how we can add is result equal to result plus nums of 0. So initially, before going to add, we have to initialize the values of result equal to 0. Why means it should not be overrated, and so that to avoid the overrated resulted value, we have to initialize the value as 0. So result equal to result of result plus nums of 5. So this will be printed as a average value. So how we can find out the average? The result divided by 5. We know that the number of elements is 5. So when you divide the result divided by 5, you will get the average value. So the average value will be printed here as an output. Next is multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array is actually arrays of arrays, right? So multi-dimensional arrays are actually arrays of arrays. So how we can, I will tell only one. First I will take one two-dimensional array as an example. Two-dimensional array will be having the format of declaring the variables as int 2d of one square bracket, another square bracket, and new int of 4, 5. What is the meaning of 4 and 5, ma'am? 4 is nothing but rows, and 5 is nothing but columns. According to two-dimensional arrays, so first part specifies the number of rows, and second array specifies the number of columns. We will see how this two-dimensional arrays has been written. First, 2D array is my class name, and it has the void main. Here int 2D of int 4, 5 is my size of my rows and columns, and I am defining some of the temporary variables for my for loop purpose, for my looping purpose, as I, j, k equal to 0. Then using the two for loop, first for loop is used for outer cases. So it shows the number of rows. So how many number of rows that two-dimensional array carries? So that much time, that much iteration it will follow. Then second one is J loop. It specifies the number of columns. So how many number of columns it has, it will be specified here. Then similarly 2D of I, k is equal to k is assigned. Then k value will be printed, incremented. Likewise k is assigned as 0. So at first time 0 will be printed. Then second time 1, 2, 3. Likewise how many numbers will be, it keep on incrementing. Then how I can display its output means, using the same kind of for loop, I can display the same set of for loops are used. I is for specifying the number of rows, and j is for specifying the number of columns. Here I equal to 0, I is less than or equal to less than 4, I plus plus, j equal to 0, j is less than 5, and j plus plus, and I am going to print the value of 2d I, j. In order to separate its value, I am giving one single space here. So one space is given for each element. So this is not my output. I will show how this will be executed in the program. Just I have the one Java class file with the coding of this. I have saved this file as a 2D array.java. Then I am going to compile this program using the command javac 2D array.java. There is no errors. It is successfully compiled. Then I am going to run the program using the command java using the class name 2D array. see, you can able to see the outputs as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 similarly, right? So when I'm changing, I'm little bit changing the spaces for this. I'm going to give one tab. One tab is nothing but 4 spaces, right? So I gave one tab size for each element. I again saved this file. Once again I should compile it after the updations. It is successfully compiled. Then I am using the command, same command. You can see the outputs of both the outputs. So here only one space is given. Here I gave one tab size, that is nothing but 4 spaces. Likewise, you can write your program and you can see the changes in your Java program to explore and to enrich your knowledge in Java. Coming back to the slides, so this is the diagram which shows the how one two-dimensional data will be stored in a indexed way. So here this horizontal base shows the number of rows and this vertical spaces shows the number of columns. So it shows the number of columns. It shows the number of rows. So how many number of rows are there? From starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. Similarly, it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first value will be 0 into 0. Then second value will be 0 into 1. Third value will be 0 into 2. Fourth value will be 0 into 3. Fifth value will be 0 into 4. After the columns overs, then it starts from 0 into 1, 1 into 0, 1 into 1, 1 into 2, 1 into 3, 1 into 4. Right. So this is what declared here. One more example, same in this way I can able to code the program. This is called as two-dimensional array. So the two-dimensional array, how it will be declared means here this is the declaration part of two-dimensional array. Here 2D is my variable name. Using the new operator, it is declared. Here number of columns, number of rows only it specified, number of columns are not specified. Okay, number of columns are not specified. So what we can do is, in this case, the program, when you are going to write the program itself, we have to consider that 1, 2, 3, 4. So this default value will be 4. So at that time, number of rows and columns will be 4 will be assumed, and it will be processed with according to the program. Then in the case of multi-dimensional array, it is very easy to enclose each dimensional initializer with its same set of curly braces. Say for example, this it has 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 4 rows, and each row some columns are missing. So what we can do is, for first data I can specify the values within the curly braces. For the second row I can specify the data within the curly braces. For the third rows I can specify my own data for my each row. Likewise, using the curly braces I can initialize its values. Here this is one example which shows the matrix. So here D of two-dimensional M of two-dimensional array is given. So using the curly braces, the first row value is specified, second row value is also specified using a separate curly braces. And so same whatever we gave here is multiplied and it is given as an output here. 0, 0 is the 0.0 value. Similarly, when whatever you will be multiplying with 0, you will get 0 here in the first row. In the second row, 0 plus 1 will be 0. 1 star 1 is 1. 2 star 1 is 2. 3 star 1 is 3. 0 to start